everyone, what is today's Bible verse? Yes, it is this powerful and calming verse. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46 verse 10. These words are short, simple, and familiar, yet they carry a depth that many people overlook. In a world filled with constant noise, movement, and urgency, this verse feels almost countercultural. What does it really mean to be still today? And what does it mean to know that God is God when your mind is full, your schedule is packed, and your heart feels restless? This verse is not a command meant to pressure you. It is an invitation meant to slow you down. Most people live in a state of constant motion. Even when the body is resting, the mind is working. Thoughts jump from one concern to another. Notifications interrupt silence. Worries replay themselves late at night. Stillness feels uncomfortable because it leaves room for thoughts we try to avoid. Yet this verse begins with a gentle instruction. Be still, not because everything around you has settled, but because your heart needs space to remember who is in control. Stillness here does not mean inactivity. It means releasing the need to constantly react, fix, or manage everything at once. To know that I am God follows naturally after stillness. Knowing God is not merely intellectual understanding. It is recognition. Recognition that there is a power greater than your fears, a presence greater than your stress, a stability greater than your uncertainty. Many people struggle with anxiety because they feel responsible for holding everything together. They believe that if they stop moving, stop planning, or stop worrying, things will fall apart. This verse gently challenges that belief. It reminds you that the world does not rest on your shoulders. When Psalm 46 was written, it was written in a time of upheaval and uncertainty. It speaks of nations in turmoil and foundations shaking. Yet in the middle of chaos, this verse calls for stillness. That contrast is important. Stillness is not reserved for peaceful moments. It is most needed when life feels unstable. Being still does not mean ignoring problems. It means choosing where you place your attention. Instead of focusing solely on what is happening around you, you return your focus to who God is. In modern life, many people feel overwhelmed not because they lack strength, but because they lack pause. There is always something demanding attention, something needing a response. Over time, this constant engagement drains emotional energy. Psalm 46 verse 10 offers a different rhythm. It suggests that clarity comes after calm, that peace begins when striving ends. When you allow yourself to be still, even briefly, your thoughts begin to slow. Your breathing deepens. Your perspective widens. You remember that you are not alone in navigating life. Stillness also creates space for trust. Trust cannot grow in constant noise. It needs quiet. It needs moments where you stop trying to control outcomes and allow yourself to rest in the presence of God. This is not easy. Many people equate stillness with weakness or passivity, but biblical stillness is an act of strength. It requires courage to stop when everything around you says keep going. It requires faith to pause when answers are not clear. As you listen to this verse, consider how often your life feels rushed, how often your mind feels crowded, how rarely you allow yourself to simply be present. This verse does not demand perfection. It simply invites awareness. Awareness that God remains God regardless of circumstances. Awareness that you do not need to have everything figured out in order to rest. In the next part, We will explore how this verse speaks directly to stress, anxiety, and overthinking in modern life, and how practicing stillness can transform the way you experience daily challenges. As we sit longer with this verse, it begins to speak directly to the way stress shows up in everyday life. Many people don't realize how much tension they carry until they try to slow down. The body may be resting, but the mind keeps moving. Thoughts replay conversations, anticipate problems, and imagine outcomes that haven't happened yet. This constant mental activity creates exhaustion that no amount of sleep can fully resolve. When Psalm 46 verse 10 says, "Be still," it is addressing this inner restlessness. It is not asking you to escape reality. It is inviting you to step out of the endless cycle of overthinking. Overthinking often comes from a desire to protect yourself. You replay situations to avoid mistakes. You imagine scenarios to stay prepared. You worry because you care. But over time, this habit becomes a burden. It steals peace from the present moment and replaces it with fear about the future. This verse gently reminds you that awareness of God's presence brings a different kind of security. When you allow yourself to be still, you are not giving up responsibility. You are releasing the belief that constant worry equals wisdom. Knowing that God is God means recognizing limits, both His greatness and your humanity. You are not meant to carry the weight of the world. You are not meant to anticipate every outcome. There is humility in stillness. Humility that says, "I do not see everything, but God does." This acknowledgement does not weaken you, steadies you. It allows you to move forward without the pressure of perfection. Modern life often celebrates busyness as a sign of importance. If you are always busy, it means you are needed. If you are always reachable, it means you matter. But this constant engagement fragments attention and drains emotional strength. Psalm 46 verse 10 offers permission to step away from that narrative. It suggests that value is not measured by constant activity, but by grounded presence. Stillness becomes a way of reclaiming focus and peace. When you practice stillness, even in small moments, you begin to notice changes. Your reactions soften, your thoughts slow. Situations that once felt overwhelming become manageable. This is not because problems disappear, but because your perspective shifts. You begin to see challenges through the lens of trust rather than fear. Knowing God is God does not remove responsibility, but it removes panic. It replaces urgency with patience. Stillness also helps you reconnect with your inner life. Many people avoid silence because it brings unresolved emotions to the surface. But this verse encourages you to face that silence with confidence, knowing that God's presence meets you there. You do not have to fill every quiet moment. You do not have to distract yourself constantly. In stillness, you are reminded that you are supported, seen, and held. This verse speaks to a deeper truth about peace. Peace is not found in the absence of noise, but in the presence of trust. When you stop striving, even briefly, you create room for calm. You begin to realize that the world continues to turn without your constant intervention. That realization can be freeing. It allows you to rest without guilt. As you reflect on Psalm 46 verse 10, consider how often you give yourself permission to be still. Not as avoidance, but as restoration. Stillness does not disconnect you from life. It reconnects you to what matters most. In the final part, we will bring these reflections together and explore how embracing stillness can become a daily practice that leads to lasting peace, even in uncertain times. As we come to the close of this reflection, it becomes clear that stillness is not something you wait for, it is something you choose. Life rarely slows down on its own. Responsibilities continue. Expectations remain. Uncertainty does not disappear. Yet in the middle of all of this, Psalm 46 verse 10 offers a steady invitation. Not to escape your life, but to experience it differently. To pause without fear. To rest without guilt. To know that even when everything feels unstable, God remains constant. Being still does not mean withdrawing from the world or ignoring your responsibilities. It means grounding yourself in what is unchanging. When you choose stillness, you are choosing to stop letting every thought, emotion, or external demand dictate your inner state. You are reminding yourself that peace is not dependent on perfect circumstances. It flows from trust. Knowing that God is God means accepting that there are things beyond your control, and that is not a threat but a relief. Many people spend years trying to quiet their minds through effort alone. They try to fix their anxiety, manage their fear, or think their way into peace. But stillness cannot be forced. It is received. It comes when you stop resisting the present moment and allow God's presence to fill the space where worry usually lives. This verse gently teaches that peace is not achieved by doing more, but by surrendering more. As you practice stillness, you may notice that your awareness begins to change. You become more patient with yourself. You respond rather than react. You begin to trust that clarity will come in time, without rushing it. Knowing God is God allows you to release the need to have immediate answers. It allows you to sit with uncertainty without being consumed by it. This verse also invites you to carry stillness into your daily routines, not as a long retreat, but as small moments of pause. A breath before responding. A moment of silence before making a decision. A reminder in the middle of stress that you are not alone. These small practices reshape how you experience life. Over time, they build resilience. They create space for peace to grow. As this reflection ends, allow these words to remain with you. Let them echo when your mind feels crowded. Let them guide you back when you feel overwhelmed. You do not need to silence every worry. You simply need to remember who is in control. Be still and know that I am God is not a demand, it is a promise. Promise that even in chaos, there is calm available. Even in uncertainty, there is stability. Even in motion, there can be peace. Carry this truth with you into the rest of your day, into your work, into your conversations, into your quiet moments. And when life begins to feel loud again, return to stillness, return to trust, return to the knowledge that you are not alone, and that God remains present, steady, and unchanging.